Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Clearview Ice Arena for this men's CHE Division IV matchup between the Penn West California University of Pennsylvania Vulcans and the Robert Morris University Colonials. This will be a championship rematch from just 10 months ago. That was not long ago.
No, like 8.
No, it was 10.
Really?
It was February. 10 months ago,
Oh,
championship
just about, yeah.
rematch between Robert Morris and Cal U. Robert Morris got the better of him last time in that game in a 6-5 overtime win. How about this season? What do you see for these two teams?
Well, I'm going to start on the Cal U side of things. Only one game under their belt. They face against Carnegie Mellon, a team that D4 has been really familiar with so far, but only a 5-3 victory. And you know, looking just from without film or anything from that nature, you see a 5-3 win over debatably the worst team in D4 last year. Or you got to raise some eyebrows about that. Maybe they aren't the same team as they were. Obviously, like I said, not a lot of film about these guys. So this is going to be a tale tall for D4, both sides here between the two heavyweights to really feel each other out. Because you know it's not going to be the last time these two meet.
And it will not be the last time these two meet. 4 matches on the schedule. First of 4 will be tonight. RMU, though, 3-1 to start the season, starting out with 2 wins against CMU, a 7-3 win and then an 8-3 win. And then last weekend, going up to Erie, playing a D2 team in Penn State Barons, splitting, starting with a 5-2 win, then a 4-2 loss. But this team, they've got a lot of heavyweights. You look down the stat sheet, and your leading scorer, Ryan Riffner, the sophomore, 5 goals, 1 assist from the blue line. He's looking strong. But also the recruiting strong because freshman John Wayne Kravitz sitting with 5 points as well. 2 goals, 3 assists on the season so far. He's looked strong.
They really have so far here, Andrew, and I think the big thing is to repeat as champions, you need to come back with an even stronger recruiting class. And you look at the likes of a guy like John Wayne Kravitz or maybe a guy like Brandon Lindsay who really hasn't hit his stride quite yet. Man, is a talent there on that kid. So you know it's coming. He's eventually going to get to that point where he's going to become that legit middle 6 forward, the speedy guy, puts pucks in the back net, can get physical. Same with Kravitz. We've talked about it in other podcasts and other streams before. Kravitz is a phenomenal two-way player. He gets down and dirty, and he puts pucks in the back of the net.
Another freshman to look out for, Alex Donley. Started out on the 4th line in the first game of the season, has moved his way up to the 2nd line due to some absences tonight. 2 goals and 2 assists in the 4 games to this point, so he's looking strong as well to start the season.
You know, as we talk about those absences, you're without 3 of your top forwards here tonight, Nick Peltz, Crawford Bosak, and Elijah Zeismiller, the man who played D3 last year. But you have, like I said, these freshmen who are all fighting for spots, have looked good in previous games, and now they have a chance to really prove themselves here tonight.
They really do, as we send it down to Phil Paczynski for our introduction tonight. Ian Flame will get the start forward. Sydney Banasep, one of 4 females on this team. And Kyle Rice will start for Cal U. Danny Frusca will get the start. And Kayla Beach as well. Nolan Hilbert will get the start for Cal.
Maybe Hilbert, we don't know.
It may be Hilbert. As you see a vast difference in numbers between these two teams.
Oh, very.
For aforementioned, John Wayne Kravitz will get the start in the first line tonight. Nate Barr will also get the start. Carter Bosong as well. Antonellis, another strong defensive piece. And the assistant captain, Ryan Riffner, as aforementioned, leading the team in points. Starting in net, Luke Zukowski this season 2-0 with a 2.5 goals against and a 9.28 goals save percentage.
From Alabama.
From Alabama.
The transfer.
It's a transfer.
From Alabama.
We will hear John Tucci with the national anthem.
We can start this evening by doing a pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed how the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say just as star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land, the free, and the
Always a great night to hear John Tucci in the building, as we'll hear him twice tonight, I assume.
We'd hope so. I mean, the tone setter, the one that gets the people crazy, to get the crowd hyped, none other than John Tucci in that microphone to get us going here today on this rivalry night matchup with Cal U and RMU.
Rivalry night for sure. If you had to pick a rival for this D4 team, it'd probably be Cal U, because we aren't playing a certain team anymore that was our previous biggest rival. But I'd say Cal U is definitely the biggest rival for this D4 team now.
Wooster?
No. I believe it would be St. Vincent.
Yeah, St. Vincent. Luckily, the move to D3, you end up having to go through them 3 times last year.
Yes.
But thankfully, your opponent for D3 this year is not as skilled as the undefeated champions right now, the St. Vincent Bearcats in D3, who ended up losing to Cal U in the very end of last year's D3 tournament. But right now, still undefeated. RMU's D3 is going to take them on next week.
Yes. As later in the season, D4 will take on Duquesne in a mixed division action. Other than that, the only teams this team will face at this point will be Cal, CMU, and Penn State Altoona, who have rejoined CHE Division 4.
Looking at the bench, Andrew, I think we see one of the scratches being a little coaching duties here today for RMU.
Coach Mackey, unfortunately, could not get out of work for this game, so it will be Coach Desbinski on the bench.
Big, tall task for the incoming player, isn't it?
Yes, as puck is down, and here we go. Cal winning the opening draw, but picked off by Barr, who sends it over to Bo Song before dumping it in to Barr. Barr's going to send it in behind Hilbert. Picked up by Fruska. Fruska going to leave it, but picked off by Kravitz. Tries to send it in front, blocked by Fruska. Kravitz still has it sent behind the net to Barr. Barr fakes the pass up to Antonellis. Still holding it. 3 Vulcans around Barr there, as Kravitz going to pinch in there, but picked up by Fruska, and we will have a whistle for a hand pass early in this game.
Yeah, Danny Fruska, one of the returning players from last year, kind of splits his way between forward and defense. Tonight rocking the defensive position is number 60. 2 goals, 11 points last year on the season for number 60 in red and black. Definitely one of those impact players I think we should keep an eye on the Cal U side of things.
Definitely. One of the bigger players, played a big role in the championship game before ultimately falling. Antonella's going to have that one, send it into Kravitz. Kravitz tries to hit one up to Bosong, but just too far, as Bosong is going to try and race that one, but just out of reach, and that's going to be an icing, as we have 2 whistles early in this game.
It was a good look to put that puck forward for Bosong, a little out of the reach off the stick, I believe, of Nate Barr trying to hit that outlet pass. You saw Coach Bubbs really trying to get Bosong moving on that one, just a little behind that play. But I like the stretch pass. I like the idea of it. I think they can definitely get around Cal U's defense, as we see on their bench. Only 8 substitutions compared to RMU's about 80.
Yes. Antonella's going to go behind the net, going to send that one up to Kravitz. He's going to hand that one all the way up to middle ice. Going to fling that one back to Antonellis. Antonellis going to send that one in. Lamago on the chase. Picked up behind the net by McCormick. Colonials with full pressure so far. That one's going to get sent back to the point. Bucci's shot fanned on it. Rebound shot blocked again. This is picked up behind the net by Roberts. Roberts going to pass that one up, and here comes Cal. Roland pushing in. Tries to get around Shaver. Shaver pushed him off. Shot there just goes wide off of Zukowski. Back to the point. Shot. Shaver gets taken down in front. No call. Covered by Zukowski.
A little bit of 23 on 23 action in front of the goal crease of Zukowski. Xavier Rowland and Billy Shaver really get tied up in front of the net. I gotta say, the flow on Shaver,
Underrated.
underrated flow. I say it looks beautiful coming out the back of that helmet.
It does. As Cal shot, gloved there after a big hit there by Bucci. Unrecognized strength, because he doesn't look like he's got the muscle on him, but he's definitely got muscle on him.
Jeez, Dom Bucci, you got shot out of a cannon right off the face-off to make that hit.
As right off the bat, here's Donley. Talked about before, he has a potential with Lindsay, but loses the puck. And a huge hit there by Donley. Now Donley has it again, back to Shaver. Shaver's shot, blockered away there by Hilbert. Donley's going to send that one in front. Now Cal going to dump that one down, and that will be an Cal U icing.
Yeah, to say out of Alex Donley, you know, we talked about in the opener a guy who has slowly climbed his way up the depth chart. That's one way to get yourself even further up, is you make those nice, clean, crisp hits along the wall and put a shot on net. Hey, you shoot the puck, good things are bound to happen, right?
And here is the returning Connor Borsch making his debut as he almost has a chance to score in his first shift after 4 games on IR and missing multiple games in D3 last year. Shot by Cavato gets blocked. That one's going to hurt 17 on 7 as here comes the speedy Zach Conley to go get that one as an icing is called despite Conley beating the puck to the goal line.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
So a little miscue from the refs there?
I would think so. You know, they got a little warmed up as well, I believe. Here is behind the play. Owen Romano went down with a nice little check there to Holly Harding. And both seem to be okay. Both were like, hey, you good? Yeah, you good. But physicality seems to be the name of the game so far here for RMU really early on. I don't know if something Coach Bubs was emphasizing in the opener.
Yes, it was very much make your hits, but don't make the second hit, because there will always be the second person called on any play. One back to Romano. He's going to send that one back to Zach Conley. Conley's shot goes wide, almost bounced to the stick of Chris Conley. Both Conleys on the ice at the same time. That will not be hard to do at all.
Oh, not because they look the same either, kind of.
Not even. As now Chris Conley has it. Sends that one back to Cavato. Cavato was looking for Zach Conley, but he moved out of the zone. Borsch there tried to do a little bit of trickery, but now it's going to be Fruska. He's going to send that one in on Zukowski, and now Conley's going to pick up the rebound. And now Chris Conley with a nice hit there on Fruska as he gets taken down to the ice from Fruska.
Chris Conley's a little menace, a little gremlin on the ice, really looking for that hitting action.
Yes. Zach Conley's going to send that one up to Borsch. Borsch sends it all the way over to Romano, and now Romano has lots of space as he has Conley with him. Chris Conley, that is. Romano in, shot just goes wide. Chris Conley overskates that one. It's going to be picked up by Fruska, who's going to try and send it out, but Riffner is there to pick that one up, the leading point scorer for this team. That one's going to be sent up to the other alternate captain in this game, Alex Lytle. Antonello's going to pick that one up as that one gets tipped off from Bish. And now picked up by Guckerick, who's going to get hit by Romano in front for Miles, and he's not able to get there. Great save there by Hilbert.
You think there's a little bad blood between Lytle and Fruska here as those two continue to jab from last year?
I believe so, just based on, the first 4 minutes and that little cross-check after the whistle. I think so, that those two don't like each other.
Yeah, Bish gave a little love tap as well there to Lytle, but Lytle, he's not going to be the one to put the puck in the back of the net, but he's going to be that voice on that bench, the voice on the ice to get the guys going. And if he's the tone setter and say, hey, we're not going to take any of your guys' crap in front of the net, I'm going to be the one to set that tone.
Riffner sends that one down to Miles. Miles with good hand-eye to knock that one towards the net. Ends up going behind, though, as here comes Cal U the other way. Miles tries to pull that one off his Klim with a big hit in front. That's the type of player that he is, the Marchand type, as so often said on the podcast.
Money Mitch, Marchand.
Riffner had 2 people on him, still able to get that one up to Klim, who gets that one up to Lytle, back to Klim, up to Miles, but just bounces off his stick into the Vulcan defender. Antonello's going to send that one back. Going to be picked up behind the net by Roberts. Behind the play. Tries to go for Miles, or tries to go out, but Miles almost caught that one off. As Riffner's going to go back, and no icing on the call despite Zukowski believing it was an icing.
I thought so as well, Andrew.
I believe so. Maybe it was tipped on the way. You cannot really see the close boards that well. Antonellis pushing in, gets through one hit, and just barely staying on sides is Klim. Antonellis still has it, finally sends that one in deep as a change is finally being made as the first line coming back out there for Coach Bubs. Shaver now going to do a nice pinch there. Kravitz unable to get there, but almost able to pick that one off with the stick lift. As now Barr has lots of time. Kravitz with got a little bit of a cross check behind the play there. As it seems Cal U is frustrated that they lost that championship game so long ago. And Kravitz with a nice hit along the boards.
The good thing to see here, Andrew, is these freshmen, they didn't play in that game, but they're taking this as much intensity as the returners from last year. Even though they won the game, they still have bad blood boiling between these two teams.
Yes. Fruska now has it back in his own zone. Going to send that one up. Tries to hit Fruska on the stretch, and he will. Bucci, the man, back to cover. Fruska pushing in. Bucci with a nice power move to keep him out off the net, though. Here comes Bosong. He's going to try and send that one up to Barr, but it turns over to Bish. Barr with a nice play there to strip the puck. And now here comes Kravitz in, just goes over the net. One's going to go all the way out. Picked up by a Cal U defender who puts it right on the stick of Conley, who turns it right over to Roland. Roland going to send that one in. Cavado, the first one back. Gets a move around one. That is Gebhardt. Cavado is going to push that one out to Lamago. Lamago one-on-one with Fruska. Lamago sends that one in, just tipped over the net by Fruska. Zach Conley in. He's going to try and bury one, unable to do so, as that one was close. Fruska tried to go for a little bit of Crosby play off the back of the net, picked off by Lindsay. Lindsay across, has Donley. Donley can't handle it, but keeps it. Shot in front, it goes in! Alex Donley, as they're going to pull Fruska into the huddle, just to add a little bit of insult to injury. Alex Donley will get his third of the season, and it's 1-0 early.
Donley just seems to be the nature of the beast right now for this Colonial. Parked on the back door. First attempt doesn't go. Stick with the puck. Get down and dirty. Fire anything on net you humanly can. And it ends up going right behind the back of Nolan Hilbert. And Danny Fruska, you feel he's going to be playing a lot during this game. And RMU just seems to be really into his skin right now.
That's what you want if you're the Colonials. Right under his skin, as he's the one that was a little bit ticked off the most after that championship loss. As now this second line gonna stay out. Lamago has a jump. Here he comes. On a breakaway, gets taken down. No call, but the Colonials keep possession. Shot in front by Lamago, and he scores! Devin Lamago! As it is 2-0 early, Devin Lamago with a nice little tip in, and that will be Lamago's second of the season, and it's 2-0. This second line is rolling.
You would think they would have called the tripping play. I think clear as day in front of Hilbert getting taken down, but Lamago says, you know what? I'm going to park right in front of Hilbert. You shoot that puck at me, and I'm going to throw that right into the back of the net.
As the Colonials jumping out early and a huge hit on Chris Conley. Fruska loses his stick on the hit. That's a little bit unfortunate. Fruska really wanted that hit.
He wanted a stick. The bench wasn't giving anything.
As we are going to get a little bit of a goal change on the first goal after this goal call. As the first goal is now going to go to Brandon Lindsay.
Wow.
Who will get his first career goal on that play. It will read Lindsay from Donley and Conley, Zach Conley. The second goal will read Lamago from Donley. So 2 assists for Alex Donley.
Regardless, goal or not, hey, you put that in front of that. I didn't see Lindsay get the battle pack, so sorry, Lindsay. Congrats on your first goal.
Congrats on the first goal. I don't even know if the Colonials knew that he was going to get credit for that one.
They have to get a puck somewhere now, because
that
puck did not go towards the bench after that play.
I feel like most of the bench thought that it was going to go to Alex Donley.
But hey, take them how they give, Lindsay. You needed one to get the tone setter.
Yeah.
And you got it.
Antonelli's going to send that one around to Riffner. Fruska's shot goes way wide, as now going to be picked up by Chris Conley. Fruska going for a change, and McFarland had a chance, but he's still racing out as the goalkeeper. McFarland can't get the handle on it with the net empty. Unfortunate break for the Colonials and McFarland. He was looking for his second.
Nolan Hilbert was just, you know what, I'm going to send that right out of my goal crease to go get that puck. McFarland had him beat, just lost, and he just couldn't pull the trigger after that. But, man, if that's how Hilbert's going to play, I say you can play that dump and chase game all day long.
As now McFarland behind the play, but this time has one behind him in McCormick. Almost turns it over to McFarland. McFarland all over the offensive zone, and here comes Nick Miles, the freshman. He's shot out of a firecracker off the bench. That one's going to be sent back to Bucci. Bucci's going to send that one back in. Going to be picked up by Miles. Miles going to send it back for McFarland. McFarland back to Miles. Miles loses it, and here comes Gebhardt. Gebhardt going to leave it behind. But sent in, picked off by Bucci. Shaver there with a little bit of a bump in front. Now going to be sent all the way back, picked up by McCormick. McCormick chased by Kravitz. Kravitz able to deflect that one. And Shaver the first one there. Going to be sent back in. Barr going to be after that, but picked up by Bosong. After the turnover by McCormick, taken down is Bosong. No call. Barr the first one to the puck. It's been all Colonials this game.
Yeah, it really has been. The intensity's just been in their favor. Calu just looks all out of sorts after that first goal.
Big hit there by Bosong. And that's unfortunate as down goes Fiam. As this is going to cause a whistle, I believe. Kravitz down to Barr. Barr sent in front. No whistle. And now the whistle finally as Fliam and a little bit of a whack after the whistle there by Roland on the Barr. As Kravitz having a little bit of a conversation, as the medic's going to run over to Roland there. As we're going to take a little bit of time to assess what just happened.
So for Cal U, we look down their lineup, and they already have about 5 guys scratched out in their lineup for this one. And, you know, already down with a couple people, he's getting a concussion test right on the ice.
Yeah.
But if Flame cannot continue into this game, an already shortened bench, Cal U does not need another player down.
They don't, especially down 2-0 already this early. Losing another skater will make you, it'll be unfortunate. As it looks like he's going to continue. Yes, he is going to continue now, which is always good news.
Yeah, good to see. You know, Cal U wanted a penalty. I think it was a nice, clean shoulder-to-shoulder hit. You know, the head, I think, was the problem where it just jerked back and hit the ice.
I think it was definitely head to ice.
Yeah.
That's what caused it.
But it'll be an offensive zone draw here for RMU, and honestly, you still got to keep this intensity up. I don't think you put your foot on the brakes at all here until that first penalty is called, I think.
No.
You play with that grit, you keep getting pucks behind Hilbert, and this game is good as yours.
I believe so. They're going to keep the first line out. Going to go with the third D pairing as well of Cavato and Conley. As Barr's going to win that one back to Bosong. As now Bosong, they're probably going to be a little bit of a targeting here after Bosong. He might need to watch his head.
Yeah, Roland gave him a little extra wacky-do to the back of the legs off the face-off.
Kravitz now chasing after Fruska. Barr's going to chase after one. Turned over to Kravitz. As that one's going to be turned over back to Roland. As now Roland coming in. And look at Kravitz taking him down. That's the intensity from Kravitz. And a huge hit by Cavato. The big man taking down number 57, Guckert, as Cavato with a huge hit. And another one taken down. That one was Guckert again. Cavato was a wrecking crew
Whoa.
As 23 Roland taking down everyone as going in to Zukowski's face. And now Gebhardt in Zukowski's face. As now we're going to get a penalty.
I was going to say there should be a penalty here.
Roll into the box. RMU is going to be on the power play for a cross check.
Yeah, I was going to say he took about 5 Colonials and then 6 in Zukowski alone right in front of the net. I was going to say, I don't know how you let that one fly.
Now, this Colonial power play has struggled. The Colonials had 4 straight, and I mean like straight, power plays against Penn State Barron in that second game and not even a shot.
Wow.
This Colonial power play has struggled recently. Only 3 power play goals, 2 off the stick of Riffner, 1 off the stick of Bosak, and they've got to turn it around quickly.
I like the quick shot attempt there. Just put one on net because already they've broken that streak of not getting a shot on at least.
I don't know for sure if it was no shots, but it was not a lot. That's for sure.
I already like the start though. 5 seconds in, 1 shot.
Yes.
That's better than probably most of what you guys had in PSB just a week's time ago.
Yes. As Calu's going to dump that one down into the bench. That was shot in by number 28, Banasic.
So Flame still has his helmet off, so I'm just going to assume he's going to take a
little
nice
bit of a break.
breather. Yeah.
Yes.
So hopefully continue on, get the wheels on straight. Now he's going to get the helmet on, so it looks like he'll be good to go here momentarily.
Yes. As the second power play forward and first power play defense is on the ice right now. Probably because that first line was on for so long going into this power play. Lindsay's shot goes wide. Riffner's going to have to go all the way back. Zukowski out to go get it. As he's going to maybe send that one up, and he will, but turned over right to the corner. Shot saved there by Lukowski, as that one was sent right to Rice as an unfortunate bounce.
Yeah, on the play, Roberts absolutely crumbled Donnelly into the far wall.
That's not what you want to see. Antonella's pushing in. He's going to send that one deep. Donnelly, the first one in. Going to send that one on net right in front. Oh, and a great chance there for Lamago again. And pass across right to the skate of Lamago. This second line has been incredible this game.
They really have. It just seems like all juices are flowing, and I think this line's going to stick together, assuming everything goes well here for the duration of this game between Donnelly, Lamago, and Lindsay.
I would say so, and I say they need to stay together even after this game.
Yes.
As Donnelly gets moved up to this line after a little bit of time on the third line going into this game, and they've looked strong.
They really have. I think so far the best unit all around.
Shaver's shot gets tipped, and that one's going to go in. Carter Bosong off the tip, and Carter Bosong's just going to bury that one in. And after he gets a huge hit last shift, this shift is going to bury one on the power play. Shaver with the shot from the top. Gets tipped, almost makes a great save as Hilbert, but just loses it. Bosong, wide open net, buries it.
I don't know if this is coincidental or not, but Danny Fresco has been part of his third straight hug in front of the net with the Colonials. Hilbert looked a little shaken up. His helmet was off. It was taking a little bit of time to get ready, so might be something to keep an eye on as Hilbert's looking a little out of it.
As Cal U does not have either of their backup goalies in attendance tonight. So that could be bad for Cal U. As that one's going to get sent all the way in. Kravitz on the chase, picked up by Fruska. Picked off by Barr. Sent down behind the net, picked up by Fruska.
That's going to be supposed to be, okay. Okay,
As
Mitch.
Klim will get an assist from the bench.
Congratulations, Mitch.
I do believe that we may need to fix that one later.
No, Mitch's assist. I'm going to keep it.
As here comes Fruska in on Shaver. Fruska fans on the shot. Maybe getting in his head a little bit are the Colonials.
Definitely got to feel that way. He's trying to do too much, I think, with it, taking it from end to end. It's not going to work every time, especially when you have to feel he's played a lot of this game already. You're going to get tired here eventually.
There's a big hit there by Kravitz on Fruska. Fruska's able to keep it. Shaver the only one back. Shot off the pads. Rebound goes wide. Just off the stick of Gebhardt. Shot saved there by Zukowski. Bucci in the chase behind the net. He's going to carry it. Shaver goes around. Still has it. Is rolling. And a huge hit there by Kravitz. Knocking him upside down. Knocking her upside down. My mistake. As that was Bish.
Man, Cowboy is just lassoing these hits on right now.
That's what he's done. He's the full 110% player that you want. You want a hit? You got it. You got a goal? You got it. You want an apple? He's got it. He has proven that he is one of the most all-around players, in this whole program.
Yeah, I can definitely agree. And looking at this lineup here now of Chris Conley and Connor Borsch, two Division III players at one point in their career. Both I want to see have some solid games, especially Borsch, his first game in almost a year's time on ice.
It's a good shot there by Conley. Cavato still holding on to the puck despite being knocked off. Shot goes off the butt of Romano in front. Goes for Chris Conley. Just goes off his stick. And now in a little bit of a chase, able to knock a hit off, and here comes Roland. Roland has 4 Colonials around him, as that one is blocked by Cavato. Picked up by Romano, up to Borsch. Borsch now has space, takes the shot. Glove save there by Hilbert.
Borsch putting a little spinnerama into neutral territory there to get around. Last year, if you watched any D3 games, you'd probably say, those names sound familiar. And yeah, they played on the same line together too, along with Elijah Zeiss Miller, who's out of the lineup tonight. But there's still that chemistry, even though Borsch hasn't played pretty much in 10, 11 months.
Yeah.
between these two.
Conley on the faceoff, wins that one back. Romano going to grab that one back to Riffner. Riffner's shot gets tipped in front by Conley, but saved there by Hilbert. A quick little action right there.
It seemed like all three Colonial forwards were surrounded in front of Hilbert. So if that rebound control ends up being a problem at some point in this game, the attack from the Colonial offense surrounding him has been remarkable. And I don't think much is going to, come free off of Hilbert and not end up in the back of the net.
Well, we have a little bit of a break. I have a little bit of a tidbit on Coach Bubs.
Okay.
With the win last week against the D2 PSB, Coach Ryan Fuchs, who we call Bubs, has now won a game in D4, D3, and D2.
Whoa. Congratulations, Coach Bubs.
And has a player win in D1.
Wow.
So
All across the board.
all across the board.
Congratulations, Coach Bubs.
He made sure that I mentioned that one.
It's a good tidbit, a good stat to throw in.
As Cal U now pushing in, little 28-28 action before getting loose. Shot tipped up by Antonellis in front. Bouncing puck finally gets cleared out by McFarland. As back to get it is McCormick. Chasing after it is Riffner, the utility player as he likes to call himself. He is not a defenseman. He says it in the locker room all the time. He's not a defenseman.
I play everywhere.
As Riffner takes down a man, and that will be called. Riffner will be going to the box for tripping, as the alternate captain will sit for 2 minutes.
A little bit of yard sale from the Colonial bench as well as a stick was freed off of the Colonial hands off
It was
of
a hook.
Janwin Kravitz.
Hook is the call, not trip. My mistake.
Yes. Regardless, Riffner going to take a nice little Xbox break in the penalty box, grab
Yes.
some Gatorade, relax a little bit. You need you for the rest of the game. It's okay.
Yeah.
Colonial Poundy Kill-Andrew. I think Cal was maybe thinking
I
timeout.
thought
They're
I
drawing
thought
up something.
They drew up something, as we do have to mention Mitch Klim is on the ice, has more shorthanded goals than even strength goals in his career. Could we see another one here tonight?
Let's hope so. He already has a point from being on the bench. I don't see why he can't score a goal.
He
from
was
the
late
bench.
to the game today. Someone had to drive out to the middle of nowhere to pick him up after his
You.
car. Yes, me. After his car broke down. But he is now here. I deserve an assist for any goal he gets.
That sounds about fair to me.
Is this one going to be passed back to Fruska? Fruska's shot goes wide. And now here comes Barb getting on his horse. Here he comes. He has Fruska to beat. Mitch behind him. Shot by Barb just goes wide. Klim now picks it up behind the net. And it's going to be turned over Fruska now. Pushing the other way. Not going to wait for any players. He's going to try and push in by himself. And here comes Bucci. Bucci able to get a little bit of a hit off, but still with it is Fruska. His shot goes wide. Is now going to be picked up along the near boards by Roland. Roland back to Fruska. Fruska over to Flame. As now a little bit of a jiggle here. As that one's finally going to get cleared by Barr. Klim going to chase it with Roland with the puck.
Gets two guys off the ice. Nice work there by Klim.
Klim with a little bit of a yard sale is in front. Right in front. As what is the call? As that's
I was going to say.
that is going to be called right there. Roll into the box, kicking Klim's stick completely away from him. As we're going to get a 4-on-4 for a little bit of action.
I think Xavier Roland likes the box a little bit too much.
Maybe. 4-on-4 action. Conley and Donley on, as well as Conley and Antonellis. A lot of Lees on the ice. As Donley's going to strip Rice on the puck and shoots that one wide. We have a lot of Lees on the ice right now.
I can't keep track.
Conley and Donley and Antonellis.
Lee.
Yeah, Antonellis Lee. As here comes Chris Conley. The speed of these two Conley brothers is something that needs to be studied. As here comes Chris Conley just pushing everyone around him. As he's going to go in a board battle along the far boards. Out in front for Donley. He's going to have it. Rebound shot. Saved there by Hilbert. A great chance there for Donley.
You know, you look at Chris Conley, and you see a guy who's not very tall, not very, muscular, but you see him play, and you feel like this kid is 6'3", 200 pounds of pure muscle
Yes.
when he goes into those boards.
He is the powerhouse.
Definitely something we needs to be studied about both of these Conleys because they play the same exact way.
Yes, as we have an interesting strategy. 3 forwards on the ice. Bosong's shot. Save there as Coach Fuchs is ready for Riffner to come out of the box because that's their first power play line.
I was going to say, we only have 15 seconds. I mean, off the draw is probably about 18, 19, but assuming everything goes to plan on offensive zone pressure, I think the ideal 3 forwards, 1 defense until Riffner's set free it's bold, but I like it.
Yeah, because then you're going to have your 4 forwards and 1 defenseman once Riffner steps on the ice. Because he's definitely not a defenseman. Shot there by Bosong goes up in the air. As now Kravitz in a fight with Fruska. He's going to outmuscle Fruska. He's going to pick up the puck. Send that one in front for Barr. Barr's shot just goes wide. Hilbert a little mixed up as to where the puck is. Kravitz with a nice hit there on Fruska. Riffner now on the ice. Sent out, and now it will be Riffner to pick it up as Kravitz and Fruska were having a little bit of a fight there. As the shot by Zukowski, not one that he wants to relive on that one.
I think
not able to get all of it.
He needs a player stick
I think he
to
does.
play that one.
Riffner now behind his own net as Bosong and Kravitz all the way out working on the stretch. As that one barely stayed on side. I thought that was out. But Kravitz able to send that one into the slot, turned over there to Banasek.
Rolled along the blue line. Just puck had eyes on that one.
That one sent all the way down to Zukowski. He's going to want to maybe go for another chance as net is off behind the play. No idea what happened behind the play, but the net of Hilbert was completely off its moorings.
Yeah, I was watching neutral territory, seeing for outlets and stuff, but I look over there and the net is almost on the J.A. Sauer and Company side.
Yes,
all the way back there.
But an offensive zone face-off here for the Vulcans out of this, which is it's
not
a
ideal.
Strange place for the Colonials. There's a power play, and they're going to have a defensive zone face-off. Barr wins that draw. Going to leave that one off for Riffner. Riffner behind his own net makes one man miss, and now he's going to go over himself. He sends that one all the way up to Kravitz. A 2-on-1 with Bosong. Kravitz's shot just goes wide. Riffner now has it at the point, sends it down for Bosong. Bosong up to Barr just off his stick. Turned over, though. Riffner has it. Makes one miss, makes another miss, and he scores! Ryan Riffner, the leading goal scorer, gets another one. It's 4-0 with 1 second to go on that power play.
Riffner, no celebration. Keep your head down. Keep yourself humble. We don't want that nice guy, or I'm sorry, the what's it called? The non-humble fine.
The non-humble fine.
Yeah, going against you, Riffner. So I think he's really trying to save himself a couple bucks in the fine category.
Obviously.
But he'll take his 6th of the season on the power play to give the Colonials a nice little lead.
His 3rd power play goal of the incredible. And 2 power play goals this game for the Colonials after having 3 in the previous 4.
Absolutely insane stuff out of the sophomore.
As here comes Lindsay. He picks it up after the scrummel. As now here comes the Colonials. He has Donnelly with him. He's going to take it himself. Shot saved there by Hilbert as Fruska with a little bit of a shove to Donnelly in front.
Incidental contact in front of Fruska as he was trying to glide across. Hilbert had to come way out to make that stop, but Fruska sees otherwise, and regardless, we will have a draw to the, let's say, the right of Fruska.
Yes.
Now the left.
Now the left.
RMU had to pick where they wanted.
As this second line jumps back on, 2 goals for this second line already, as they've looked strong so far, and someone who, I don't know if looks strong, but someone who hasn't done much, Zukowski on the other end.
He might be getting a little tired down there, and not from doing anything, just because he's not doing anything.
Yeah. Nate Barr will get an assist on the Riffner goal and no one else. Lamago going to try to send that one up to Lindsay. He will. And now another chance. Fruska's going to send that one all the way in for an icing. Fruska upset with the call, as I don't know how you can be upset with the call, as he was on the blue line when he passed that.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked a little weird from just our angle. Maybe he said just because, you know, the RMU defense was back, I guess.
Maybe.
Bucci was the first guy to the puck that he wanted to avoid the icing, but not entirely sure. But regardless, RMU, offensive zone draw with a .135. It's a chance to really take a chokehold on this lead.
Lamago sends that one across to Donnelly, who had a chance at the net, misses wide. Lindsay pushing in on McCormick. My mistake, Banasek. And now here comes the Vulcans the other way. Bucci going to try and beat them to the puck. Unable to do so. Now we'll get it out. It's back to Fruska. Fruska's going to send that one in on goal. Big glove save there by Zukowski. Amazing save there.
Yeah, Zukowski hasn't seen much of anything in front of him. So, I mean, that's, pad the stat a little bit, I guess.
Rice now with it at the blue line. Going to send that one down as Rice gets sent down. Don't know if it was on his own or a little bit of help from Bucci there.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little rough and tumble from them.
As that one's going to go tipped into the upper netting as we are under a minute to go in the first period of play. 4-0 already in this game. A much different story than any other Cal U RMU game to this point in D4 history.
And, I said in the opener, Cal U winning to Carnegie Mellon only by 5-3 compared to RMU destroying them in back-to-back games. It just doesn't seem right when I saw that score.
There's a cover here by Zukowski after a little bit of a pushing from Flame on Conley. Not really playing the puck on that face-off. I mean, if it's a strategy, if it works. Conley and now going to try and win it. Another body there by Flame, but Cavato going to be the one to pick it up. And now a lot of scrum behind the net is a huge hit there by Cavato, hitting Harding. And now Conley gets taken down by Flame and a knee to the head.
Roland, not Flame.
My mistake, yes, Roland. And now Romano pushing in, has a beat, but unable to get there. As Borsch thought about hitting number 7 Harding, but ends up pulling up as Cavato now with it. 20 seconds to go. Back to Romano. Romano turns it over. As now Zach Conley on the defense. Sent back, shot, rebound, kicked away by Chris Conley. A lot of Conleys in that play, bouncing back and forth. Cavato's going to pick that one up with just 3 to go, and that will do it for the first period of play. Romano going to hold that one against the boards to end it. As we will end the first period, 4-0 the score. What are your thoughts on this first period?
Cal U does not look very organized whatsoever here. They just seem very flustered. They cannot get their game going. They cannot control the tempo. They can't control the hitting. They're doing a little too physical. They're doing a little too much carrying that puck up. For Cal U, they got to simplify. They got to simplify a lot in this game if they will have any chance to come back. Hilbert is standing on his head. He's trying everything he can to keep these guys in this game. But, man, they need to figure it out quickly if they want to come back.
They definitely need to figure it out as quick as possible if they want to come back in this game. And we will take a break for about 12 minutes. We will be back for the second and third period. There's no intermission between second and third in D4 hockey.
Sadly.
So we will be back in about 11 and a half minutes. Welcome back to the Clearview Ice Arena for period 2 between the Penn West California University of Pennsylvania Vulcans and the Robert Morris University Colonials. Before we start, we went back and looked through all the goals because it was a little bit fishy about who got points.
We're like that.
Yes. So the official goal calls will read. The first one will be number 14, Alex Donley, from number 16, Brandon Lindsay.
Sorry, Brandon.
The second one will be number 6, Devin Lamago, from number 14, Alex Donley. The third one on the power play will be Carter Bosong from Billy Shaver and John Wayne Kravitz. And the fourth one on the power play will be Ryan Riffner, unassisted. Ooh. Sorry for everyone who lost points.
Sorry, Mitch.
As the puck is dropped, as we see the third line starting out here for the Colonials as this icing will start this period.
We gotta wait to cut the camera here. Hold on. Cut the camera. There we go. Yay, camera got cut. Sorry you couldn't see the icing, but you only missed 7 seconds of action.
Yes, only 7 seconds.
All it was an icing.
All it was an icing. As during this period, we're going to get a little bit of a surprise guest up here in about 5 minutes from now. We'll leave it as a little bit of a surprise for the guests at home. As when the draw was Miles, pass it back to Lytle, Lytle to Miles, Miles back to Lytle. Pass back to Antonellis, moving in, shot save there by Hilbert. As a little bit of an extra whack from Klim, the Marchand in him came out.
Yeah, he's going to park his behind in front of that goal crease. He's not going to move. He's going to take the extra whack till he hears that whistle go.
He will not move at all.
If maybe a little hint is provided here, does this person possibly wear a cowboy hat?
Sometimes.
Okay. Just to get the mind juices starting to flow.
And that one's flipped up. Antonellis with a good job. Keep fending off Kyle Rice to stop him from getting in the zone. That one's going to go out to Klim. Tries to hit Miles. Unable to do so. That's going to go back to Antonellis. Antonellis behind his own net. Has the one guy chasing him. Now he's going to go out himself. Has Riffner on a streak. And here comes Riffner. Gets around one. Back to Antonellis. Cutting in front. Save made. Rebound. Antonellis didn't realize the rebound was there. Could have got a nice, easy chance there. Miles in front. Losing a stick in front was Rice. Back to the point to Riffner. Riffner winds, fires, goes 2 Miles. Just out of his reach, though. A little bit of a fight in front with Lytle and Fruska. Riffner passing. Oh, almost had Miles with a great chance. Unable to get through, though, as that one's back to Antonellis.
Furkuska is what I've been told is
Furkuska.
how it's actually pronounced.
Thank
so
you.
Sorry about that.
Klim now. Cutting in front. Tries to go over the wraparound. Lytle was there. Unable to get the stick there. Antonellis going to send that one down. This fourth line has been on for quite a while, but doing quite a good job. As now they're going to go for a change, as that is going to be a California University, or Penn West California University of Pennsylvania Vulcan icing.
Thank you. Use the full name.
The full name.
Every time you have to use the full name. The Penn West California University of Pennsylvania Vulcans.
Yes.
But for Kruska and Lytle in front of the net, once again, that bad blood is continuing to brew between those two. But you know, you feel the frustration for Kruska. He's been trying to do a lot this game, hasn't been able to do so, and his team is down by 4 goals.
Forkuska tries to get it out. Bucci able to keep it in, as that one is going to be a hand pass called. As for Kuska, a lot of bad blood, as he was the one that went through the door in that championship game. Obviously, no, the Wolfie is Braden Wolf is not here to take his punishment, as Braden Wolf was the one to hit him through the door at Ross Draper.
Yeah, well, if he's having a nice snack of nachos and maybe a nice beverage to watch this game along since he gets the night off.
Gebhardt's going to pass that one off to Roland. Roland's shot goes wide, back to the point. Shot there, blocked away by Barr, picked up by Bosong. Now up to Barr. Barr's going to tip that one in. No icing is the call. Back is Roberts, and another bad play by the goaltender, Hilbert. Another bad turnover there by Hilbert. Could have been bad if Barr finds Bosong on that pass. Bosong going to try and send that one in front. Tripped is Barr behind the play by Gebhardt, but no call. Kravitz went for the hit, misses wide. Shaver now going to be on the chase, but McCormick able to win the race and hit there by Shaver. Picked up here by Barr. Turned over. Wanted the cover was Dukowski, but Bucci's going to take that one away and go all the way back to the point to Roberts. Roberts tried to get it in deep, but Barr able to keep it alive, and now it is Kravitz. Kravitz rushing around behind the net. Pushing up, has Barr with him, just out of reach, and that will be an icing call. Yes, it will be, just barely. Maybe McCormick could have been a little faster, could have caught up to that one. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely could have. I'm a little distraught about that one. I think that icing was unwarranted, to say the least, on that play there. But obviously, we are not the ones wearing the stripes, so it'll be an icing against the Colonials.
As Barr going to try and win that one draw. Win the draw does. Back to Shaver. Shaver going to try and clear it out. Turns it over, but now it's right back to Shaver. Playing a little catch with Cal U. As here comes Shaver pushing up. Loses it for a little bit, but able to send it in, and then Bosong able to send it all the way into the offensive zone, as the Colonials going to get an offensive change here. Here comes Forkusik.
Forkuska.
Forkuska, thank you. As he's going to come around, tries to go over the wraparound. As he's going to, no signal on the ice. He thought it went in. As there will be a call for...
Doesn't look like a goal call.
No goal. No goal will be the call. Great play there by Zukowski to get across and cover the post on that one. As Forkuska was really hoping that one would count.
I'm not sure. That was very close. Our angle here doesn't help at all in this situation, but luckily here for Colonials, regardless, it'll stay 4-0.
The Colonials now, Cavato and Lindsay both down into the corner. Turned over there. Cavato lost it there. Flame has it. Finds a man in front, but turned over to Lamago. Lamago going to leave that one off to Lindsay. The speed of Lindsay coming in. Has Dawn there. Cross. Doesn't go for the pass. Goes for the shot. And a save there by Hilbert.
For Lindsay, showing some sportsmanship with Forkuska there. Those, I guess, getting a little mixed up behind the play. But I'm liking what I've seen out of Lindsay. We've talked about he is the best practice player to ever exist.
Yes.
He needs to start producing in games. And he did have credit for a goal for about a couple minutes. But, of course, gets taken away but still gets that primary assist. So for him, anything on the point sheet is positive enforcement for him. So hopefully he can get one of the back of the net because he's really starting to drive plays. He's really starting to use that speed to his advantage. So I'm really looking forward to see how he does the rest of this game.
Here is the face-off. Lamago loses it. That one's going to be sent behind. No one there but Lindsay. Lindsay's going to pick that one up at the goal line. Tries to send it in front for Donley, but a little bit of interception between there. Cavato going to try and keep that one in. Will not, as racing after it is Rice. Cavato able to shield it, though. Cavato sends that one up to Lamago. Here he comes. Pushing in, gets around the defenseman, but loses the puck. Donley's going to send that one in behind him. Picked up by Lamago. He's going to send that one back to Lindsay. Lindsay has multiple guys on him, and Donley gets knocked down in front of the net. No call. As here comes the Cal. Rift going to pitch. Riffner pinching down. A lot of guys on him. Tries to go in front off the bar is Lindsay. Could have got his actual first goal there. Lamago with a hit behind the play. Now Cal finally going to get out of their own zone. Here's Roberts. But Antonellis going to hold that one. Donley going to chase after it. It's Donley and McCormick. Now another man joins. Here's Romano. Romano knocks one over as there's just a lot of sticks and bodies flying around in this last shift.
Really has been. No one really getting enough offensive pressure here for RMU, just kind of bouncing that puck around every which way.
There's a lot of Vulcans falling over, getting onto the bench. 2, I believe, fell over as this one is going to be sent down for an icing as our special guest has joined us. As welcome to the broadcast, Mr. Zach Page.
Oh, great to be on.
So I'm going to ask you first, what's your thoughts on this game so far?
I think the boys came out flying to start, especially after playing them in the championship last year. We definitely knew we couldn't take them lightly. So the boys came out flying, and obviously with the 4-goal lead here to start, they're looking great.
What do you think of the chippiness of this game so far? Is this something you would have enjoyed to be out there for?
I would have loved to be out there for this, but I probably would have gotten a little too carried away, so it's probably a good thing I'm here.
How many of the 4 girls on this team would you have hit?
None.
None? You're going to take away that reputation from freshman year?
Yeah.
All right. So in PSB, you get your first goal. What was that like for this season?
It was nice, especially after being held goalless for so long starting here at RMU. It's nice to get one early this season, especially with a nice slap shot from the point.
It was a nice slap shot for sure, as we see another nice slap shot there by Antonellis, as this game has really gone RMU's way, and CalU kind of picking it up a little bit now in pressure-wise, but haven't got sustained pressure, just a lot of, off and on pressure.
Yeah,
what do you think the boys need to do?
I think the boys need to adjust to what the adjustments CalU has made. We obviously came out, caught them a little off guard in the first. They definitely made some changes in the intermission, and it's going to take a little bit for us to figure out what they're doing and hopefully capitalize on some mistakes they make.
Borsch now going to send that one in. Do you remember that championship game? Do you remember some of these players that we played against?
I definitely remember a couple of them. I know number 60 down there with the puck for CalU. He was probably one of their most chippy players, so it's kind of hard to forget him.
Romano had a chance in front. Still with it. In front, Antonellis' shot. Save there. Rebound. Save there. Great save there by Hilbert. As a little bit of chippiness behind the play by a lot of Vulcans. And what do you think about that wraparound on the other side on Zukowski? Do you think that went in or not?
No, Zook had that.
A great play there, able to get across at the nick of time to keep that one out. For Kusik, thought he had that one, but unfortunately for him, does not go his way. As the Colonials, since you've joined the broadcast, have not left the offensive zone, at least for more than a couple seconds. So I think you're doing a good luck here.
Yeah, I'm sticking to being the good luck charm. Hopefully it keeps up.
McFarland with a shot just goes wide, going to go all the way out to Bucci. As in front, great chance there. Could have had McFarland for another chance. As this one's going to get dumped into the ceiling. Is that something that you deal with it? We deal with it practice. It's something. It's a lower ceiling than a lot of rinks, so it's something that players coming in don't necessarily experience. What do you take from the lower rink during practice as opposed to a higher rink?
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily have a huge issue with it. Growing up, the rink I played at as my home ice was even lower than this. Definitely odd to see it being an issue here on the near side since the far side's lower.
Shot there goes wide, covered up by Hilbert. As a slash there, no call, as there was a lot of calls in the first period. for Cal U, do you think they're going to lay off on the calls for Cal U?
Probably, especially since we're up 4 right now. If it's something obvious, they're not going to give us the advantage, especially already capitalizing on the power play.
So if you were out there right now, who would you be looking to pass to get their goal in this game that's already kind of been a goal fest?
With who's on the ice right now or anyone?
Anyone.
Probably look to get it to the assistant captain, Alex Lytle.
That'd be a good one.
He definitely needs one to boost his confidence this season. He seems to get a little frustrated. He gets so many chances and just can't capitalize. So hopefully try to find him open, get him a good shot.
Shaver at the point has a shot. That one goes wide. Shaver had a chance for the goal on the power play. That one gets tipped and ends up going for Bosong. What did you see from Shaver that he's looking for his first for him on that shot?
I see, honestly, he needs to do a lot of what I see the same. Is he just needs to let it fly from the point. He's got the power. He's just got to get the perfect opportunity to let it fly.
And this fourth line, they started the period early as Klim takes down a man behind the play.
That's expected.
This fourth line started, and they looked really strong to start the period. They had about a minute and a half on the ice and a minute and a half of zone pressure. As we're going to get a power play here, I believe, for Cal U, as Klim's going to go to the box. As that fourth line had a lot of pressure, and they did a lot of good things. They didn't get a goal, but what do you see out of that fourth line that started that first period, and obviously this shift as well?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely look good, and especially having that extra forward, seeing kind of a mismatch. It's kind of hard for Cal U to read that fourth line since we have an extra winger. We're kind of just rotating. It's not the same thing they're seeing every time.
Exactly. So we're going to go to this penalty kill here for the Colonials. What do you want to see for this penalty kill out of the boys?
Well, I would say a goal, but our penalty kill wizard is the one that
Yes.
took the penalty. So
another shorthanded goal for Chris Conley has happened this game, this season. So we could see that.
he's definitely got the legs for it. He could fly right past a defenseman. Hopefully just to limit the opportunities.
That shot's going to be saved away by Zukowski. Vulcan. Shot from the point. That one's going to go wide. As this is your first chance on the broadcast. You've had a little opportunity on the podcast to talk a little bit.
Yes.
What do you think about a broadcaster role in your future?
I get too flustered too easily. I couldn't do this forever.
Antonellis with a great defensive play there. Conley with a huge hit there. And Kravitz with another huge hit. That's something we've seen a lot from those two this game. Yeah. Kravitz and Conley being physical.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably two of our more physical players. I know Cavato's had a couple good hits on the back end, but Cowboys he's been one of our more aggressive players all year.
Riffner tries to hit Kravitz, unable to get there, but 3 people in for the Colonials as that pass tried to get over to Riffner. He's looking for a little bit of a all goals power, 5 goals 5 different ways like Lemieux so far. Already has the power play. Needs even strength, shorthanded, and a bunch of others. But thank you, Paige, for coming on the broadcast for a little bit. We're going to send this one back over to Caden.
Absolutely.
As this penalty is starting to expire. As Barr sends it out, no one there as the goalie once again coming out of his crease to play that one. A little bit risky there.
Absolutely. You got to come back on here soon.
As I don't know if you saw that, but once again, another aggressive play by Hilbert playing the puck.
Man, he's just flying out of his crease again here, Andrew. I don't know. There must be what Phil Bork was talking about last night with me is that Henrik Lundqvist mentality of maybe that soccer skill he might have in his background, where you play the header, you come out your crease, and you're aggressive to get that ball. In this case, get that puck.
As the Colonials looking to kill this penalty, had a perfect penalty kill except for one last season before the championship game. Regular season had a perfect penalty kill except for one power play.
Please don't jinx it.
6 seconds. Oh, we've already given up a power play goal this season, so
okay,
it's
never
not perfect
mind.
anymore.
Ooh.
It was perfect last year, as it will be even strength. Klim back on the ice, as Bosong with a nice play there to strip the puck. Lindsay getting in trouble with the ref there, trying to get on the ice. As now it's going to be picked up by Bucci. Bucci coming in, turns the puck over, sent back down. Shaver with the puck. Shaver going to send that one up to Lindsay. Lindsay misses, but a hit there from behind. As now that will be sent all the way down as another McCormick slow ball, and the puck stops at the red line so the Colonials can get a change. What a play. Is Lindsay with a little bit of a stick grab behind the play, got it stuck under his shoulder and just kind of clamped down. That's a good play. It's a smart hockey play. It's not legal, but it's a smart play.
It's smart if you can get away with it.
Yes. So here's Lindsay. Lindsay's shot just trickles towards the cage, not on net. That one's going to be sent up, picked up by Harding, just past her stick, actually. And it's going to go all the way to Bucci. Bucci going to send that one off to Zach Conley. Zach Conley with the speed that we talked about before. Tries to send that one back to Lindsay, but a bad bounce off the boards. And now the Colonials in trouble here. But here comes Zach Conley to break up this odd-man rush. That's a great play as coming all the way down from the goal line was Zach Conley, as it will be a penalty, but saves a goal possibly.
Yeah, it might have been the game saver there for Conley, but man, that horse speed coming back. Final lap of the Kentucky Derby, you can count on Zach Conley to get his behind back in the play.
That's a great chance getting back, just a little bit too high of the stick, as the Colonials are going to go back on the penalty kill, as they've done well this game with their 2 opportunities, I believe. And Cal U needs to, if they really want to find a way back in this game, I think they need to take advantage of this power play.
They really do, and maybe for the second unit, if it does get a chance to go on, the penalty killer who was in the box for the last penalty, Mitch Klim, will have his chance to possibly shine again.
To get that shorty again.
More shorties and even strength goals.
There's a great hit there by Antonellis. Kravitz tries to get that one out. Good body there by Roland to keep that one in. And now Riffner tries to hit Barr, unable to do so. Poked away by Riffner. Riffner doing a good job, and a high stick will be called here. Not a penalty, but high stick nonetheless.
Whistle dead. And looks like they're going to come all the way in as well here. So there'll be a offensive zone draw here on this penalty kill. And I'm going to go back a couple shifts ago. Of course, I wasn't on the microphone, but man, Chris Conley just getting down and dirty in front of that net. He was getting hacked and whacked and held, and he just kept his composure and skated out of there like nothing happened. And here's a penalty
there. This will be on Gerber.
Yep.
High stick on Barr. So Gerber will make it 4-on-4. So for the second time this game, the Vulcans are going to kill their own power play with a penalty of their own to make it a 4-on-4.
Just an undisciplined play off the draw from Gebhardt. I mean, you get tied up, and you want to lift the stick. Stick's just not there, and you get nothing but face mask, pretty much. Luckily, the cage protecting Barr on that one, but we got 4-on-4 here now.
Conley wins that one back to Riffner. Riffner's shot gets deflected in front. Is a hit there on Romano in front by Forkuska. That one shot hits the net, but not the inside of the net, the outside of the net. Romano picks it up behind the net.
For a second, I thought it went in.
As Riffner's going to be on his horse, he's got to beat Roland, and he's going to hold up a little bit, play a little defense, and a good play there by Riffner to hold up, able to get that one puck off of Roland. Falling behind the net, and it goes back to Antonellis. Antonellis going to try and send them out to Conley. Going down on all fours to get that one was Forkuska. As now Antonellis has taken down his 2 players. No call. Probably incidental contact. I did not see it.
So.
Antonellis chasing after. Going to knock one down. Down goes Rice from Antonellis as Romano able to get there. Loses it, though, as Cal U had a man all the way down the ice, had a great chance. Never got the pass off to him.
Yeah, way offsides on that one, too. But, man, Xavier Roland was just parked on the blue line, just waiting. The bench was yelling, hey, he's open, turn it. But, nope, just couldn't get across. I was surprised by that.
Could have been dangerous if they do get that pass across.
It really was. But luckily for RMU, they're catching another break here. Cal U has picked it up a lot in the second period, but still the score stays the same.
That is true. As we take you back to that championship game, the Colonials had a 5-1 lead before going and giving up 4 unanswered in the third period to go to overtime. As Bucci, as a huge grab there, Bucci may get the incidental as a secondary. As it looks like they are going to take both. Which is unfortunate for the Colonials. They had a chance to be on the power play.
For Bucci, though, I don't disagree with what he did. You get chokeslammed to the ice. I would be
Although we may get a power play out of this.
Yeah,
Two
it's gonna be two.
Vulcans.
There should be two. I agree here.
2 Vulcans are going to go to the box. As we are going to wait to see what the call will be here. We'll hear it from Baczynski soon enough.
Wait, what do we? So one of McCormick's not going in. I don't know.
It looks. Are we looking at McCormick thrown out here? I don't know.
I think so here.
As we got Riffner and Forkuska standing around waiting to hear the word to relay to their coaches. As we have a long intermission here, trying to figure out what's going on. As there's a lot of penalties called. And we have 2 on the scoreboard already, so that's going to be confusing.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if McCormick is done for the night here, but just by the way the official is holding on to him kind of away from everyone else. So, yep, that'll be it for McCormick.
McCormick is done for the night. He's going to get thrown as we wait to hear the official word from Phil Baczynski.
Bucci's gone.
They're both going to be thrown out.
I don't like that.
I kind of do.
I like the tone setter, but on Bucci's defense, you get
Bucci's
wrestled
throwing
down
punches.
to the... Yeah, I get that. The only part I disagree here, Andrew, is in a scenario like that, you know, you get thrown to the ice, and you're on top of pretty much a scenario where you're possibly not even able to breathe. You've got to get this guy off of you. That's the only defense I have here for Bucci, is at that point, you're taken down to the ice, and you've nowhere to go but to get this guy off of you.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say either way, but, I mean, it's tough. But I feel like the punches thrown by Bucci, while have gloves on, I think still deserve to be thrown out, as this game's going to get chippy.
You know, we expected that at the beginning, Andrew. It was going to get chippy, and we're going to see how they organize this. Of course, a CalU player heads to the box. I would assume an RMU player may have to sit in as well as another CalU player.
Unless they are offsetting.
Yes.
If they're offsetting majors, then they won't.
So that's, I think, what they're figuring out at the moment, is how they will officially put this. I think it would stay, if I had to assume here, it would be 4-on-3, the extra minor possibly going to CalU for the start.
I believe so, because they have an extra guy in the box.
Yes, I would assume this is how it would go, as 4-on-3. RMU has 4 on the ice. CalU does have 3. So it looks to be that way at the moment.
This is very difficult, as I feel like the throwouts are also very major because, you know, if you don't throw them out, then it could get a lot worse.
You definitely can. I agree in that regard where you have to be the tone setter. I know, but CalU's already down a lot of people already, so I feel like maybe you would let a little something slide, but they've let a lot go in this game already. So to offset my point there, the throwing out, I understand. I do get where the referees are coming from in this.
As we do get Coach Bubs in Coach Joseph's office.
Downstairs, baby.
Downstairs in the office. As Colonials do have 4 on the ice. It will be Shaver, McFarland, Miles, and Lytle. So 3 forwards as well. The 4th, I guess, because once again, Conley's coming out the box in 11 seconds.
Well, here's Riffner. Going to the box here? Oh, we need a trainer. Someone heard on.
No, he is telling Conley what to do.
Okay. Wait, no, that was 5. Or Riffner's heading back to the bench.
Riffner's heading back to the bench.
Okay, I was going to say. I thought maybe the medic. I thought he pointed to the medic for a second.
No, he was telling Conley that is something that we like to do.
Hold up. Okay, Shaver's coming off. I was going to say, hold up, 5-on-3. Conley the bench will be the official word off of that.
As we'll have a 4-on-3. This is going to be confusing till Phil Baczynski gives us the insight of what happened.
All right, here we go.
As Miles going to win that draw back to Lytle. Lytle may move back to defense with the absence of Bucci.
I would assume so here.
Because Lytle has some experience with D. He played it freshman year. Has not played it since. But a 5-on-3 power play now for 25 seconds here for the Colonials. Let's see if they can do anything with it.
Biggest thing here is just keep peppering. Keep the shots on.
As Lytle's going to move up to forward with Antonellis jumping on for Conley. Here comes Antonellis. Pushing in. Shot just goes wide. We do see the 4th line on for this 5-on-3 power play. Something you don't normally see, but they've looked strong today, as I said with Pager.
Definitely do look strong. I think they've held their own very well. As a CalU player gets it out, look out.
As Riffner loses an edge, 2-0, and they score. That will be number 20, Aiden Flame, I believe, on the 2-0. As CalU's going to cut the lead down. Riffner losing an edge. Could have maybe got back to do something with that, but to no avail.
I don't like the little extra there from Gavin Gebhardt doing the ear to the crowd. I mean, you're still down by 3, guys.
You're down by 3.
I don't like that a lot.
I mean, I said it last night. You make a celebration that's supposed to be, oh, we took the lead when you're down by a couple or you tie the game. I mean,
Yeah,
if you want,
you scored. You celebrate in that regard. There's no need to put your ear to the crowd.
if that's what you want to do, if that's what you need to do to pump your team up,
Maybe.
then sure.
Yeah.
If
Sure.
that's exactly what you need, sure. Oh well. And maybe we're just being butthurt.
I'm not saying butthurt here, but I don't know. I like sportsmanship. I'm a big sportsmanship guy.
I don't think that
So-
breaks any sportsmanship rules.
I don't know. I think RMU's bench was a little. They were up in arms. I saw a couple players going, "Come on!" Putting their hands up to it. So that's why I said something about it more than anything. So I just feel like there might be similar to what happened to Bosong early in the game with that hit, maybe a little bit of a target on the back of Aiden Flame.
As once again, the Colonials seem to be falling apart on the power play.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. I feel like they're just a little bit out of sorts right now. Just trying to figure out their game. Bucci gets taken out. CalU scores shorthanded out of the box. At this point, I think you need to get these next 6 minutes out of the way and calm down and get reset.
Kravitz's shot just goes high. Antonella's going to try and get into the zone. Going to send that one down to Bosong. Bosong with it. Huge hit there by Kravitz. Losing his stick, knocking down Roberts. As here come the Vulcans, back to even strength. Going to send that one in on goal. As now Antonellis is going to grab it. He's got Kravitz up ahead. He's got him with a stretch pass. He has Donley with him. Tries to go around one. No one behind him. As here come the Vulcans. Lamago tried to cut that one off, but it won't be. Now Donley has it. Donley's going to pass that one up to Lindsay. Lindsay over to Lamago. Lamago tries to get around one. Can't do it. Donley sends that one back in. Now it's going to be behind the net. Sent around. Fake sent around by Flame. Donley in on it. He's going to pull it out. Lindsay in front. Rebound again. So many whacks at it. Hilbert whacked it. Lindsay as the puck's going to go back to middle, but turned over by Lindsay as that's going to be picked up there by Farkuska. Has a lot of chances there for the Colonials.
A lot of good chances from that second line yet again. Lindsay, Lamago, and Donley have really looked strong in this game. The best line so far for the Colonials through and through throughout these almost 2 periods of play.
Cavato able to shake off a hit. Takes down one. Now Donley with it. Tries to send it up to Lindsay just out of his reach. Sent all the way down. Picked up by Bish. Bish going to send it up. Rolling up one more time to Rice. Rice going to send it around. Cavato the first one to it. Cavato's going to send that one up. Turned over though, but almost turned back over. Donley had a great chance at it. As Donley knocks over Lindsay as they run into each other. Shot there just goes wide. Picked up now by Cavato. He's going to lose that one in the feet of Flame. Lamago tries to go out of the zone, not able to. Back to the point, shot save made. Cavato can't get it out. Shot there, tipped in front. Tries to Cavato pushing completely out of the zone. Pushed her all the way below the goal line. Donley now pushing up. Has Conley loses a handle on it as the Colonials have looked sloppy this period.
They need to really just get a reset at some point. I think that's what Coach Bubbs is really going to take a long talk with when everyone gets back to the bench here and gets ready for period 3, as there's an icing against CalU.
As this will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Colonials, putting out the third line, the D3 line, plus Romano. And then putting out Riff and Ant here, your two powerhouse offensive defensemen. I think they won a 5th one right here.
They have to. I think the tone setter at this point. CalU's looked a little bit more sturdy defensively in this period. So getting one pass and maybe shaking the feathers a little bit of the Vulcans might be ideal before the end of the second period.
As that one gets tipped by Antonellis. As now he's going to pick that one up and come the other way. Vulcans changing a little bit, turned over, but picked up by Borsch. Borsch now cutting in, looking strong after the year on IR. Shot just goes wide. Rebound had a chance. Romano's shot goes across the crease. As Borsch gets taken down behind the play, and it will not be called. It will be an icing call. I saw the ref with a hand up.
Yeah, so I was thinking more icing. Borsch, wisely, we know it's the shoulder that's what's bothering the most, and he almost went shoulder very. He's like, oh no, I got to turn.
Yes.
So smart heads-up play by Borsch is, the shoulder is not still 100%. It's better than where it was, but definitely need him on the ice, a key contributor to this team.
Yes, definitely. As the fourth line on, Lytle's shot gets tipped there in front. A huge save there by Hilbert on Miles. As in front, Bish getting a little bit with Klim there.
Klim, to no surprise, in his office, right in front of the net. You're not going to push me out, says Mitch. He's going to stand there all game long, and he's not going to move.
Great save by Hilbert there.
Oh, yes.
On Miles. Able to flash the leather. Lytle's going to pass on back to Shaver. Shaver's shot save made. Rebound picked up by the Vulcans. That one's going to get lost, and Klim now going to push that one out. A little bit of a slash on that shot. So that one's going to be sent all the way down for another Cal U icing. Not able to get a change yet.
Yeah, not yet. They're going to be stuck on. Regardless, they don't have much to replace.
Yes.
Anyways, with only 7 bodies now on the bench with the ejection to, I'm trying to remember, who even got it? To McCormick. Yeah, one of their defensemen.
Yes.
But they don't have a lot of already.
Yeah. But based on the fact that Cavato is with Shaver, they're probably going to try. It looks like Colonials are going to run 5D.
Possibly. We did throw around the idea of Lytle going back, but it doesn't seem that that'll go to fruition here.
As Cavato just shoves off a Cal U defender in front, trying to pressure on. Klim now going after one, able to hit the puck off his stick. As Shaver now holds onto it a little too long, but now will able to regain it. Here he comes, pushing in, gets around another one, shot in, save there by Hilbert. Behind the net, picked up by the Vulcans, right to Lytle. Was not ready for that one. It turns over right to Miles, and here comes Miles cutting in. Has one with him, it's Klim. Cutting in, rebound just goes wide. Had Hilbert beat. Miles just passing the puck wide.
Oh, good look there for Nick Miles. Just couldn't bury the biscuit, but here they go again.
And the 2-on-1, Lytle with Miles. Lytle in, save there by Hilbert right into the chest.
Yeah, good move there. Lytle elects not to pass. I agree with that decision as the defenseman took away the passing lane, and that was all a shot. Unfortunately, Hilbert just stands tall right into the breadbasket for an easy stop.
Great save by Hilbert. Going back to that one on Miles, as the first line's going to come on now. With a little bit of tired Vulcans, as only one person changed on that play.
Can't do really much. Everyone's on the bench right now just trying to catch their breath.
Only one person standing on the Vulcans bench compared to a lot more on the Colonials bench.
And this is where this no ice cut comes into play.
In front of Cavato, or Kravitz, shot save made. Rebound in front. Where's the puck? It's out of the crease. Picked up by Barr. Barr's going to send that one in. High stick, potentially no call, as that one's going to be sent in. Barr's going to send that one back into the offensive zone. Picked up by Flame. Going to try and send that one out, but goes right to Antonellis' stick at the red line. It's going to send that one in, wait for the onside, and now the Colonials will chase after. Flame picking up the puck. Hit there by Barr. McFarland had a chance to intercept that pass, just bounces off into Roberts, and now here he comes on the offensive zone.
How much time's left?
There you go. Kravitz now has 3 with him, goes to Antonellis. Antonellis goes around 1, around 2. Shot, rebound in front, just poked away by McFarland. Had Riffner had it wide open if he had the shot. Barr's going to send that one back to Riffner. Riffner's chance, sends it down, turned over by McFarland in a glove save. Second time McFarland steals a very easy pass for another player. Could have had a nice shot, but nice shot there by McFarland.
Yeah, a little backhand, just throws it on net. Nothing too crazy. But we'll put that one on net. And Lytle, what's Lytle doing? Oh, trainer. Now this time it's a trainer.
Yes, it does look like we're getting a trainer this time.
So we're going to take a nice little breather here, but Colonial seems to be the one that is injured.
We will figure out who that is, which is not good because Colonials are already down 1. Based on sitting, it may be Bosong.
Yeah, I think it's Bosong.
It will be Bosong, which means more line juggling upcoming.
Yes.
Lindsay's shot tipped into the netting as 32 seconds will sit on the clock. 4-1 the score as we're going to get another offensive zone faceoff.
Yeah, Bosong getting looked at behind here, but the second line out here, and I think this is the line that Coach Bubs needs out here, this energy unit, to finish off the second period.
I do believe so. A little bit of a tie-up there in the faceoff dot. Shaver able to keep that one in. If he didn't, that would have been bad because streaking up was Gerhardt, sorry. Donley going to try and put that one in front, not able to do so. And now the Vulcans with 16 to go. Pushing up is for Kuska, and he gets leveled by Lamago. Big hit there. He's going to pick it up. Tried to go past Donley, unable to do so. Conley's going to keep that one in. It's 3 seconds and 2 and 1. Shaver's going to just send that one around. As that's going to be it for the second period. As just a quick little thoughts on this period before we go to a quick intermission.
Both teams need to settle it down to get through this third period. We don't want any more ejections. We know no one getting hurt. Both teams really got to settle the play here.
That is what we want. Is we are going to step away for a quick intermission as we
Bucci's back.
Bucci's back. Was it? We will have to figure out what happened there, but we will cut to an intermission real quick for this shortened intermission. As we are back for the third period, quick intermission as Don Bucci is not thrown out as he is currently sitting in the box. So if we had to take a guess, what would you think? I think 5-minute major was the call. And
well, is it 10-minute misconduct? Well, now McCormick's back.
Yes.
So just 10-minute misconduct?
My guess is 10-minute misconduct, and he wasn't going to come back for the end of the period, so they just sent him to the locker room.
I guess. I feel like why not just stick him in the box? I don't know.
But McCormick is on the bench, though.
Yes. But
not
he should
in the
be
box.
in the box.
He should be in the box. As the coach is going to send him to the box.
Yeah. But I don't know when the timing was exactly good. Looks like Bosong's good to go, though, as the medic comes back onto the ice.
It does look like it will be a 10-minute misconduct for both.
Yeah.
So we're just going to wait until they can get out.
We just got to figure out the timestamp of when they'll be set free. I would think around the, let's see, the 8-minute mark, 9-minute mark of when
Maybe.
when the penalty
so like
occurred.
a couple minutes in.
I would assume so.
It's obviously less than 10 minutes.
Yes.
Because they would have stayed in the box if it was less than 10 minutes.
Right.
If it was more than 10 minutes, my mistake. As we're going to start this third period as the Colonials, while they kind of wanted a goal in that last couple seconds in the offensive zone, maybe they didn't because shades of the championship game, 5-1 going into the third period, and they blow the lead. So maybe the 4-1 lead will be a little different.
Easier to blow, though.
That's true.
That's just hypothetical, of course. But
Of course.
yes.
It's going to be sent behind. Lindsay almost tried to cut that one off, but it's going to be picked up now and sent in. Riffner able to be a good wall there to keep that one from going out.
The Great Wall of Riffner.
Lamago trying to push in. Won't. Antonellis with a good skate there to keep that one out. Riffner's going to send that one up to Lindsay. Lindsay's going to leave that for Antonellis. Antonellis pushing in. Here comes Antonellis. Antonellis going to try and send them around. No one there, but whoa, just tipped off the stick of Harding. Could have went to Riff for a beautiful 1-T. Lindsay now going to push in. Puck there, going to be sent out. Riffner going to try and push in. Now he will. Riffner in. Shot. He scores! Ryan Riffner, his second of the game. And it's 5-1 Colonials.
Whew. Riffner just picked it up, made a man fall to his knees working to and snipes one home over blocker side of Hilbert. And man, what a shot from Ryan Riffner.
What a shot from Ryan Riffner. Once again, doing the no-sally as he's done every single one of the 7 goals he's scored this season. He is not a man to celebrate. He's a man to talk, not show.
He is the humblest of the humble.
Yes. That's pushed away by Barr, and here come the Colonials once again. Barr shot, rebound in front for Kravitz. Just goes off his stick. Here come the Vulcans the other way. Sent in on goal. It's a big hit there by Barr. Knocks down for Kuska. Cavato behind the net. Makes a man miss. That one's going to be sent up. Unassisted will be the goal for Riffner. Bosong going to leave that one off for Barr. Barr pushing in. Shot blocked away in front there. Barr picks it up, tries to go for it. Kravitz, unable to do so. Bosong going to chase from behind. Tries to pick off the pass. Will shoves over his man. Has a little bit of a jostling around with the helmets, it seems, down there in the corner.
Yeah, Bosong almost got the Mason Rudolph treatment with the helmet come flying off.
Yeah, that one's going to go all the way back to Cavato, just missing this stick of Rhine. Now let me picked up by Kravitz. Kravitz gets around 1, around 2. Tries to get around 3. He's going to keep it, and shoot. Save there by Hilbert. Kravitz there trying to make every man miss.
He did, everyone except the goaltender.
Yeah.
Other than that, a perfection kind of play for number 8 in White and Kravitz. Putting on his edges, showing how well he can go side to side, work around your guys very well. I've been thoroughly impressed with number 8 in White here all night long.
As you should. On the first line, due to some absences in the roster tonight, and it very well deserved. The third line going to jump back on for Coach Fuchs. Borsch going to send that one back to Antonellis, just out of his wheelhouse there. Antonellis with a little bit of hand, ends up to Robert, who's going to hand it himself over to Riffner, who's going to pass that one into Connolly and turned over. Riffner now with a little bit of speed, and here he comes. Riffner in, going to leave that one back for Romano's shot. Saved there by Hilbert. Riffner's got to get back now, but turned right over to Antonellis. Unfortunate for the Vulcans. Here comes Borsch. Borsch cutting in. Doesn't have a man. Now he's going to circle around in front for Conley. Conley's shot. Great save there by Hilbert. Saving a very easy goal. Zach Conley's shot there gets blocked, and a slash there from Roland to Romano. As here comes Zach Conley. He's going to pass on it to Borsch. Borsch going to leave it for Zach Conley. Gets around 1, gets around 2 very easily as he's going to go in. Shot, bad angle. Save there by Hilbert as he's going to get another rebound all the way out at the point.
Speed kills, especially when you're Conley.
As that is going to be called RMU power play coming up. High sticking will be the call on Roland, his 3rd time in the box today.
Who else but Roland? It just seems every time it is always 23 in black. I didn't see it behind the play, Andrew. I
did not either.
Incidental contact or not. But at least Roland kind of dialed down his game in that second period. You got to feel the further this game goes on, the more Cal U has to really start to pressure and push. And maybe go back to
say, time becomes your enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Kravitz now sends it across to Cavato. Cavato's shot gets tipped almost just out of the reach of Barr. Back to the point. Cavato's shot saved there by Hilbert, and they're going to dump it all the way down on the Vulcans as Zukowski now going to send that one up quickly up to Barr as Barr now. Bosong did not realize the puck came up that fast, was offsides. Going to send that one back to Kravitz. Kravitz gets around 2, and a glove save there by Hilbert.
Resets the play. Kravitz once again trying to show off that beautiful shot that he does have, but the glove seems to be the answer so far for Hilbert. It might not be the smartest idea to continue to go to glove side against the goaltender for Cal U.
It might be better to go blocker side
for a couple
in
times.
The future.
That's where Riffner has gone 2 times in a row and it's worked.
Yeah. Is now this power play unit going to keep going. Barr. Go send that one back to Kravitz. Kravitz down behind the net. Picked up by a Cal U defender and just out of the reach of Riffner. Riffner now. Going to send that one across to Antonellis. Antonellis pushing up. Antonellis now back to Kravitz. Kravitz now in front. They score, and the hat trick for Ryan Riffner. And that will be his 2nd hat trick of the season for Ryan Riffner as the Colonials take a 6-1 lead. And not only is that a hat trick, it's a natural hat trick.
Oh!
3 straight goals for Ryan Riffner to make this 6-1.
Man, the rebound control, I've said it a couple times in this game, if you get enough guys in front of the netminder, that rebound control you're going to pick up and you're going to score goals, and that's exactly what happened there with Riffner crashing down in front of the goal crease of the Cal U.
You could say crashing. I mean, the puck was all the way at the dot. That's hard to crash all the way down there, but a great rebound. Bad rebound control by Hilbert, and great awareness by Riffner to get there.
Leave your defensive position and go towards the net. Okay.
Yes.
With some speed and some power. Whoa, ice monster.
As that one's going to be sent across. Lindsay's going to pick that one off. Picked up by Donley. Donley now pushing in. Has Lamago in front. It's going to try and go there too far away. Rifter's going to send that one around just past Lamago. And now Donley going to try and send that one in front. No goal. No. Kravitz going to get the primary. And Ty Antonellis going to get the other assist on that play. So the goal will read Riffner from Kravitz and Antonellis, as we will make it 6-1, as here comes Lindsay this way.
On a power play. Forgot to say the power play.
Yes, power play. Lindsay pushing in, gets around a bunch, save there by Hilbert.
I like the shot from Lindsay there. Comes outside, puts that one right on net. It did seem like he had a little control holding on to that puck. Did Nolan hold there? Kind of squeaked down off the chest protector towards the lower midsection. He had to get down and get that rebound control figured out. But for Lindsay, he almost found that little sneaky spot to kind of put that puck right through. So maybe something the Colonials might have to go back to again is that 5-hole area might be a little bit more open than they think.
Might be the way to go, as Lamago's going to be on the draw. He's going to win that one back. Lindsay now tries to go for Shaver, but was not all the way at the point, as Shaver's going to send that one across to Zach Conley. Zach Conley passes it up to Donley. A lot of Lees. Donley passes one past a sprawling Cal U defender. Donley tries to bury that one, as Hilbert was kind of out of his net. Here comes the Cal U coming in. Donley tries to push through Roberts. Roberts gets around one, but Conley will be there to pick up the puck. Conley going to send that one around the ice, a little bit slippery over there. Behind the net, picked off in a big hack there on Lamago. Unable to get the puck, though, is the Cal U before Lamago eventually does turn it over. Shaver now has it off the turnover as he makes two men miss. Goes down into the offensive zone, makes another one miss. Tries to go through number 23, Roland. Unable to do so, but a big hit there after the play.
23 on 23 again.
Yes. Now it'll be picked up by Roberts. Roberts loses it. McFarland on the chase. Shaver tries to keep it in, unable to do so. Donley sends it back in, and here comes Miles. Miles just loses it to Roberts. Roberts going to push in. Has to beat Klim and Antonellis. Unable to beat either of them as Klim's going to push him up against the boards and eventually fall on top of each other. Riffner going to send that one across to Antonellis. Antonellis gets shoved over, but no one there to pick up the rebound. Never mind, and now out into the corner, down in the corner. Antonellis now with it. Has one on him. That's Banasek. Banasek still has it, and then eventually poked away by Klim. Back to the point. Flame across to Roland. Roland winds up, fires. No one there except Antonellis, who's going to lose it again. Shot pass in front. Rebound. Save there by Zukowski.
You know, that puck was bouncing a lot. And now Bucci and McCormick will be allowed to be set free.
Finally free, as they say.
Finally free.
As the Colonials will be back to 60. McCormick will immediately hop onto the ice as he is the most rested guy on this Cal U team.
Yeah, he probably got to use the bathroom, maybe get a snack, you know. He might have got the massage gun out. he might be feeling really good here for these last 13 minutes. He might not step foot off the ice.
As he's going to be chased down by Chris Conley. He's going to turn that one over to Antonellis, though. Pass across goes for Borsch, just off the heel of his stick. And now Borsch turns over the puck. And now across to Antonellis, back across, and they score! Owen Romano! And it's 7-1 Colonials. Tic-tac-toe.
Beautiful job, well done there from the Colonials. Romano finishing that one off in front. Great read there from Antonellis. And man, that tic-tac-toe play was set up beautifully by this third line.
That was 4-on-1. McCormick, the only man back, the one that was probably the most rested, had to try and cover 4 people, unable to do so, as the Colonials are going to take a 7-1 lead.
You know, 2 people is possible, 3, maybe 4 is really pushing the luck of one player.
That's a lot of people to cover. As Cal U trying to jump out strong off the shot, goes high, rebound, poked away. Now Romano coming in. He's going to pass that one up to Conley. Conley all the way to Borsch. Borsch in, shot, save made there by Hilbert.
Getting the official goal call read here. So Romano will get his first of the season from Ty Antonellis, and he's getting on the point sheet He's finally getting on the point sheet because his first game, that's why he says getting on the point sheet. It's Connor Borsch.
So the two people who did not have a point on the forward side will accumulate with that goal. Romano and Borsch were the only two forwards going into this game that did not have a point.
Borsch for good reason, though.
Yes. Conley now. Oh,
That was
Romano just barely offside. Could have been great for the two of them. Had a 2-on-1 developing. Just offside, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, Romano's tied up. His skate was just a little ahead of that puck when it was trailing back when Conley brought it in. But good luck. I mean, if you are on sides, it's a very good chance for Romano and Conley. So you got to draw outside the zone here.
Barr's going to try and win that one forward. Kravitz almost had a jump on him. Barr chasing after the man. Will able to intercept that puck on the dump attempt. Someone across to Bucci making his first shift after the intermission. Shaver's going to send that one in. Bosong keeps that one. He's going to try and fight at it, and Barr just barely missing that one before it gets out of the zone. Send in. Kravitz on the chase. He's going to lose it in front, and he scores! John Wayne Kravitz. What a goal there as he steals the puck and buries it, and it's 8-1.
You felt like he was due. He had about 25 shots at this point in the game, and that turnover flying into that zone, steals it up. Take your time, pick your spot, and what do you know? His glove side where he's been shooting all night long, and it finally goes.
It finally pays off for him. I feel like he saw something that no one else did as he's intercepting that puck. Should be unassisted.
Yeah, should be.
Or we'll get another ghost assist to someone on the bench.
Congrats, Mitch.
Shaver has it.
Okay.
Another assist for Conley. Don't know if he was on the ice again. We'll have to check that after the fact as well.
I still feel it's a ghost assist.
As now pushing in as Roberts gets around one, but not around Barr as he's able to pick that one off. Bucci with a head of speed ends up losing the puck. Unfortunate is Bucci had a lot of speed building up on that circle. Barr now has Bosong, gonna hit him in the offensive zone. Gonna try and hit Kravitz, but had him going the wrong way. But Bosong able to intercept the pass again, got it again, and he's going to try and hit Kravitz again, and another save there by Hilbert. Had a good chance there, but unable to capitalize.
Good to see Bucci back on the ice, Andrew. Doesn't look like he's missed a beat at all. Went right out there, got his physical altercations, you know, moves the puck well. I don't know, maybe he was hitting a little shooter-tooter while he was in his little break at the end of the second period or something.
That's always possible. As the second line going to jump out here, it's Lamago, Donley, and Lindsay. Was so good in the first period, has been good all game too, but that first period was something special.
It really was. That line was drawing comparisons to the old Roman Kramer, Justin Adamski, Gio Palumbo units of D1's past, where they just drove plays and it just seemed like they were unstoppable force that many teams just can't handle.
Roland loses it behind the net to Lindsay. Turned back over, picked up by Forkuska, and he's going to dump it down, and now Antonella's going to be the first one back. The Colonials doing that stretch pass that was taught recently in practice.
Seems to be working really well.
It does. Riffner now behind the net. As Lindsay is wide open. He's got one to beat, now going to be caught from behind. Shot, rebound in front for Donley. Just fans on the shot, had a chance. As Zukowski behind the play was upset that was not capitalized on.
Lindsay he just seems snake bitten. Every shot he takes is a grade A chance. He just, I don't know, maybe it's the stick. Might got to get him a new stick or something.
Maybe.
Just seems really snake bitten when it comes to shooting these pucks. A little confusion as Kuska goes to the bench, as I think both him and Aiden Flame wanted to hop off the ice, but unfortunately you don't have enough players to do so.
Antonella's going to send that one down. As Cal U looks tired.
I
don't blame him.
Can't be. I mean, there's only 8 of you, 8 or 9 of you to switch off. Like, you're going to be playing a lot.
Antonella sends that one all the way into the offensive zone. Turned over at the line to Riffner. Had to wait for Donnelly to get onside. Riffner going to send that one back to Antonellis. Antonellis' shot saved there by Hilbert, and he's going to play it. None of the Cal U players knew he was playing it, and it's going to be turned over to the Colonials.
Hilbert wants to just get out of here. He's like, let's just keep the clock going, guys.
Donley sends that one behind. This is picked up by Flame. Flame going to turn that one over to Antonellis at the point. Goes for Riffner, but he was not in the zone. As we are going to get a power play here for the Colonials. As Zukowski going all the way to the point. And now Donley with a head of speed pushing in. Has Lamago with him. Unable to get there. Lindsay now sends that one down. Lamago has it. And a huge hit there. As that one could be called as well. But it will be a slash on Cal U. Number 20, Aiden Flame, goes to the box.
Flame out. Lamago had some words for him as those two cross paths. One on the way to the bench, one to the box. And we're going to see the Borscht unit out here for the power play, Andrew.
Yes, this is something we tested with at PSB. It was once you got a lead, just kind of throw the lines out in the power play. A substantial lead. You don't need to tire out your first two lines every power play.
I don't know what the boards did to Aiden Flame, but he doesn't seem too happy with them.
Cavato's shot gets tipped by Conley. Kept it in by Cavato. Great hand-eye there. As there is the tank himself shot there by Connolly goes wide. Romano gives it back to Zach Conley across to Cavato. Cavato's shot there blocked away by Hilbert. All the way back to Zukowski. Zukowski going to send that one up to Romano. Able to beat the one man, but turned over at the line. As here comes Roland. Roland's shot just goes wide. Borscht now got to get on his horse, and he will get there. Gets in one line, gets in two. Shot there gets blocked, though. Conley pushes that one away. As Cal U. Conley with a huge hit there. As Forkuska was not happy about that. Conley put on the brakes there. Gets taken down. No call. Borscht able to push through. Borscht has it now. In front of Romano, unable to get his stick there.
Really shocked no tripping call there.
I think it's just too many to too little at this point that they're just going to try and even it out, especially with an already penalty on the board.
That's the only explanation I would believe so, but I don't know. Sometimes the obvious calls, you still got to make them anyway.
Yes. Cavato able to get past one, make one fall, but unable to get past the second one. Zach Conley with it now as the fourth line jumps on for the Colonials, or at least half of it does. McFarland tries to get it to Lytle, just out of the reach, as that one gets sent down. Flipped all the way down, and it will be picked up by Cavato. Cavato sends that one to Miles. Miles flips that one to McFarland. McFarland in, turned over and dumped yet again, as the penalty will now expire, as we are back to even strength with 7 minutes to go. Shaver going to try and send that one out to McFarland, but Roberts there to stop him. Roberts now going to send that one up to Flame. Flame across, picked up here. And at the point, Roberts now shot off the post. Great shot there by Roberts. Saved by the post, Zukowski. Ooh. Tipped in front, goes off the mask of Zukowski from the tip from Flame up to the point. Cal U has been kind of dominant since the end of this power play.
They really have been controlling this offensive zone pressure, and now RMU can finally get a break. Here comes Lytle.
Lytle has a jump on Bish. Unable to get there before Bish able to clear that one out to get some help by Roberts. As the first line jumping back on for the Colonials. Kravitz is on. Miles still has to get there. Shaver's going to get past it. No call as it just went past Shaver. Shaver going to dump that one up to Kravitz. Kravitz over to Barr. Full line change for the Colonials. Here's Barr. Barr holds just a second too long. Bosong able to kick that one free, though. Barr shot saved there by Hilbert.
Bear flexing the stick on that one. Thought he could have got a little bit more power, a little more juice. Maybe a little more height as well there on that shot attempt. Barr, another one who's had a couple of good chances this game. Hasn't found the back of the net yet this season at all, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah, has been really a role player in the fact that he's not putting up points, but he's still doing a great job as the normal second-line center.
Absolutely. You have a guy like that still who's, winning faceoffs, drawing plays, being out there on the power play in some scenarios, winning faceoffs, as I mentioned, making big hits. That's sometimes the guy that you need still. And we've seen it in the last couple of years. Barr has been one of those guys that drive offensive play. So we know he has it in him. Just hasn't found it quite yet, but when it comes time, man, Nate Barr is going to turn into that John Wayne Kravitz type player right now, especially with those two if they end up playing together, possibly. And
As a little bit of a McCormick kind of, the word I'm looking for, snow in the goalie.
the McFlurry.
The McFlurry. That was last night.
It's still fresh in my mind. It's not 24 hours yet. It's still McFlurrying.
As McCormick gives a little shower to Zukowski, as Shaver and Bucci did not like that. Neither did Zukowski.
I can't blame him. You don't like getting snow thrown on your face when you don't expect it.
Yeah, not a fun experience.
Oh, no.
As taking exception, as McCormick gets a bump on the bench for that from his teammate.
Just trying to stand up for himself. I mean, that's about it. You have 1 against 5. You gotta hold your own.
Lindsay now going to send that one off across to Riffner. Riffner going to try and find Antonellis. Doesn't, but Lamago picks up the rebound. Shot, rebound, save, rebound again. A bunch of bounces everywhere. Lindsay able to just barely keep that one in. Sends that one in deep. Picked up by Lamago. Lamago tries to go across, unable to do so. Antonellis picks it up at center. Antonellis with about 4:45 to go. Pushing in, runs into Lamago, but Lindsay's going to pick it up. Going to send that one across to Riffner. Riffner pushing in, sends that one to Lamago. Lamago in front. Riffner scores again. 4 goals on the night for Ryan Riffner, and it's 9-1 Colonials.
That might have been the most accidental Riffner goal I've ever seen in my life. He was trying to get out of the way and ended up hitting him off the shot of Lamago. Because you feel after a certain number, Riffner goes, okay, I'm not going to try to score anymore. And
Yeah.
it actually hit me.
Looked like it went right off his stick, though, so he might have planned that one a little bit.
Maybe.
Maybe. As the Colonials have run away with this one, I don't think this one's any close.
There's still 4:32.
There's still 4:32, up by 8.
It's not over till it's over.
Antonellis with a nice check off to Roberts. Riffner in. Battle along the close boards. Devin Lamago is going to get an assist on that goal and be the only assist.
I feel like there's one more. We're going to go back and check
We're
that
going to
one.
go back. We're going to get some official goal calls later. Because that one's going to go flipped into the netting, I believe.
Yes.
Could not see from this angle.
Yes, it did. Almost went into the glass right on that edge of the netting. It looks like the door opened for a second there, and Lindsay had to play doorman for a second to make sure no one's going to go flying through like Danny Forkuska did in the championship game.
I don't quote me on that it was him, but I do believe it was him.
Sorry if it was you, Danny.
Shot there, rebound. Borsch could have had an opportunity if he picked up a little bit. Cavato's shot saved there by Hilbert. Hilbert has been peppered today.
So many shots, and you can't blame him.
And he
There's one-
scores! And that will maybe be the first career goal for Nathan Cavato. Could have been tipped in front. And it looks like Conley's going to grab the puck. And it will be the first career goal for Nathan Cavato. A beautiful shot from the point. And that's going to make it 10-1. And the clock is still running.
Well, it's at that deficit time. There's enough on it where the clock will start to run. But congratulations, Nathan Cavato. What a shot from the point. A lot of traffic in front. And Cavato, first career goal.
And Conley, look at the speed. He's not done yet. Conley tries to get one across the Borsch. He wants his first.
Needs it.
Back to Cavato. Shot again, save made. Borsch with it. No. As a little announcement from Phil Pachinski on that was his first career RMU goal.
Yay.
Good for him. As we are now into 2 minutes and 24 to go in this game. 10-1 the score. As a huge hit by Cavato, as he's going to shove off another man.
He's feeling it.
He is all over them today. Back to the point. Shot tipped wide off of someone's shin pad. I heard that one from here.
Yeah, someone's shin pad got to be readjusted here in a couple seconds.
Cavato once again with it. It's going to hold a man against the boards. Kicks it through to Conley. And now it's going to go over to Romano. Romano pushing up. Going to send that one up to Conley. Conley pushing in. Goes to Borsch. Borse's shot hits the bar, I believe. Could have had his first goal in a D4 uniform.
Oh, first goal of his RMU career.
And now he's going to turn it over. Shot just goes wide.
Come on, Borse.
I was not sure if he had scored in D3 before. Turned over to Connolly. Unable to hold it, though. As down in the offensive zone, 1:25 to go. Bucci now with it. And 3 Colonials colliding in with Banastik as here comes Bucci. Bucci's delay. Cavato got one. I'll take one, too. As here he comes. Bucci in front for Lytle just off the tape. Lytle's going to lose that one. Shot goes all the way down on net, so no icing. Smart play there. As Bucci leaves it, Zukowski wanted him to take it. Shaver now. Shaver's going to push up. He wants his first. Shaver now cutting through. Gets through one. Through the legs of another. Tipped in front by Klim. Rebound by Miles. And it's in the corner.
Oh, I would have stopped by Hilbert there.
As the pinch there by Bucci does not go a Colonial way. As neither does that does not go a Cal U way. Is that one just poked too far by Gebhardt. Here comes Lytle. They've got a 3-on-2 again. Shot in off the crossbar. Hilbert thought he had it easily caught and it hits the crossbar.
Never take any puck for granted that comes your way.
As that one's going to get sent in. We are down to 13 seconds. And what a game this has been. The D4 Colonials, home opener of the season. They're going to move to 4-1. Huge glove save to end the game there by Zukowski. As Cavato is going to take that puck and give it a little stroll as we are at the end of this game. Final score, 10-1 Colonials.
Yeah, we got a lot to touch on in the goal column categories for this game, but for Cal U, it doesn't has been there quite yet. They got the win versus CMU, but you got to feel maybe this team is really going to be a team that might be on the battle backs, and it looks like Xavier Rowland just went right off the ice.
Not going for the handshake.
Yeah.
That could potentially lead to a suspension, I believe, in this
I think
league,
it is.
which is not good for Cal U as they're already down bodies.
You're already shorthanded. So, I don't know. Like I said in the beginning, I'm a big sportsmanship guy. So not going for the handshake line definitely grinds my gears. I don't know where is Peter Griffin. But for these Colonials, an absolute smacking over the Vulcans, you got to feel the next time these two teams play, it's going to get a little bit more feisty, a little bit more juice from Cal U. Maybe a little bit more of a fuller lineup as well. But we'll see how that plays out as the Colonials make their way off the ice.
I do believe so. As we get the signature hug from Zukowski and Maraska at center ice. As we'll go over the goals real quickly. We'll start with Cal U. It's the quicker one. The only goal is Aiden Flame, unassisted. For Robert Morris, we'll go through them all.
Okay.
The scoring started with Alex Donley from Brandon Lindsay, followed shortly after by Devin Lamago from Alex Donley. Same shift.
Yeah, same shift.
Followed by a power play goal by number 27, Carter Bosong, assisted by Billy Shaver and John Wayne Kravitz. Followed directly by 3 straight Ryan Riffner goals. The first 2 unassisted, the third being assisted by John Wayne Kravitz and Tyler Antonellis. The next would be Owen Romano getting his first point of the season from Tyler Antonellis, and Connor Borsch getting his first point of the season.
Yes.
The next would be John Wade Kravitz, unassisted goal, followed by number 24, Ryan Riffner, yet again, getting his 4th of the game, assisted by Devin Lamago. And the final goal would go to Nathan Cavato, a seemingly unassisted goal, but I'm sure there will be some assists added later. But a great game for the Colonials.
It's statement victory. You know, CMU games you were expected to come on top if you're the D4 club. You go to PSB, Penn State Barron, not the other PSB. But, of course, you go in there, the expectations of playing a D2 team are not as there as you were as of CMU. They come out 1-1, which is the most probably ideal.
Yes.
Possibly could have been 2-0 if things went a little differently in the officiating category.
And
But
a couple bounces could
yes,
have
of
went our
course,
way.
Of course. But in the end, you come home, you have your biggest game of the season, most likely with Cal U as your home opener. And a statement victory like this is really putting that in the minds of a lot of Colonials that, all right, we have the possibility to run this back again and repeat.
Definitely have the opportunity to repeat. And real quickly, we're going to go through your 3 stars,
stars.
and then we'll hit my 3 stars.
3 stars. Third star, Connor Borsch. First game back after injury. Gets an apple in this one. Borshi looked really solid. On the number 2, I'm going to go Nathan Cavato, his first career goal tonight. I really think touchdown defenseman. Really had a phenomenal game in this one, of course. You might be number 24 in your program. He's number 1 in your heart. It's going to be Ryan Riffner. 3 goals, 3 straight goals.
4 goals.
Or 4 goals, excuse me. 2 power plays. I think, obviously, the man that controls the back end. Phenomenal job from the alternate captain.
Great job by him. For me, I'm going to go number 3. I'm going to go with Nolan Hilbert.
I like
Had
that
a
pick.
lot of shots come his way. A lot of shots. Gave up 10 goals, but still, great save percentage, I believe. I mean, we don't have the official
Gotta
shots.
be at least 900 save percentage.
Gotta
almost.
be. For number 2, I'm going to go with Ryan Riffner.
Yeah.
4 goals with the for him on the night. And number 1, I'm going to go with John Wayne Kravitz.
Yes.
1 goal, 2 assists on the night. Looking strong, and he laid the body out there the whole game.
Cowboy.
Cowboy, as we call him. So that's going to be it. We'll be back in about
Hour.
an hour
Yeah.
for the D2 women's game versus
Pitt.